All right.
Go ahead.
All right. We's here. So it's Lou and Dre and Sue B. Zimmerman. We are on the Badass Branding Blab, which we do every week. And this week, our extra special guest is Sue B. from the Instagram Gal to talk with us about Instagram and other social media stuff.
Yeah.
Sound good, Sue? Sue B. Do?
I can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
I know, because you know a lot of stuff. Well, first of all, thank you. And Dre and I do this every week, so I really appreciate you being on here. I'm on the East Coast, Dre's on the West Coast, Sue's on the, you're in Massachusetts today, right? So you're on the East Coast?
I'm at home today. Yes, I am.
Awesome. So, let's just jump right in. So tell us, I know most folks probably know you as the Instagram Gal, although you do all kinds of social media. So tell us a little bit about what's new, what's cool with Instagram. I know there was some stuff coming up this week that you can manage multiple accounts. What else is going on with that, and why should we be using it?
Oh, yeah. So absolutely. I just, right before I got on this blab, I heard you guys talking from from upstairs. I just posted this on Instagram, which is my video I just created to show all you guys. It's on the Expert account, Instagram Expert. If you guys all hop on over to the Instagram Expert and pick up your phones and double tap, you will see my video that I just created on how to manage multiple accounts on Instagram. It's so exciting.
That's great. You
can manage up to 5 accounts by simply just clicking on that tap down arrow once you've added the account. So you can use for social media managers, for virtual assistants, for brands that manage more than one account. We have 3 active Instagram accounts at the SBZ Enterprise, and we used to have 7.
Oh my God.
And so we are just elated about this update, and I just had to get that video out because it's big news.
Excellent. Thank you. Yeah. And thanks for doing that. And thanks for promoting this. So do you know, I know Instagram still has 15-second videos, right? Do you know folks that are using that aspect of it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, video, you don't see it all that frequently. So if you are good at video, you should definitely be leveraging it on Instagram and sharing, how-tos or behind the scenes. Some of the brands, one of my favorite accounts, and I'll pull it up and put it in the chat, you guys, for you. It's called Video, maybe Andrea can do that. Video Meals, MEALS on Instagram. If you want to just link that hyperlink, it's a 15-second meal prep, how to create a meal in 15 seconds. It's extremely well done. It's extremely well branded. It's one of my favorite video accounts on Instagram, next to Zach King, who I'm sure you know, Lou, right? And these are just great Instagram accounts. So yes, the power of video is amazing, but where I've really have been leveraging video a lot is in the direct message feature, where I actually use it and do videos and get people to take action, whether I'm driving people to the link in my bio or I want them to do something else. I've been really, really actively bringing people over from my Periscopes to Instagram and then from Instagram comments to the Instagram direct message feature.
Oh, cool. I didn't even know you could do that in Instagram.
I didn't either.
Dang.
What about the advertising?
We advertise on Instagram. It's amazing. That's another that was released in September, and we are proud partners of Marie Forleo's B School, and we've been doing ads on Instagram, and it's been converting really nicely for us with opt-ins to her training videos. And is it okay if I drop that link here for you guys to look at?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why not?
Awesome. Yeah.
So are you doing video ads? Are you doing video ads, or are you doing static image ads?
Oh, static image ads. I haven't done videos. I mean, video ads are like the big brands have the budget and the ability to do those kind of ads. We just, it's too much production in 15-second videos. I've seen some really great videos from like Kraft or Marshalls, or, I mean, you're talking expensive production on that.
Yeah.
So you don't think like So you don't think a thrown together thing with your phone or something like that's not good enough for an Instagram video ad?
Not for an ad, unless you have really, really good production like Lou does. If you're going to do an Instagram ad, you want it to be awesome. You don't want it to be mediocre. And so we've had a lot of great success using photos from photo shoots that I do on the Cape and not necessarily having my picture in it. But it might be a vibe or a feeling. One of our best conversions was on an ad with buoys. It had all these colorful buoys, and we had text overlay. And, you know, whether we're getting people to opt into our strategy guide, which is where we drive traffic on a regular basis when we're not in the middle of a launch, or if we're sharing a partnership like we are with Marie Forleo.
So you're sending them to Marie's opt-in page for B School?
Yeah, so I'm actually excited. I'm on the leaderboard. Yesterday, you know, they're top 10 on the leaderboard. She probably has over 100 partners, and we are all in when we are partners with people, and especially we don't take this lightly. We go all in. We only partner with businesses that we've had success with, people that we align with, that we know our followers will get insane value from. And I don't know if you know this about me, Lou, but my whole journey that started a little less than 3 years ago online started from being invested in Marie Forleo's B School and understanding how to really set myself up for success. It was great. I
knew that. And then I met you at one of Michael Port's events. So that's a good point. I mean, really, you have to invest in yourself and surround yourself with the right people and the right mentors to really get your shit together.
Absolutely. Everybody that's in the room, I see that there's 24 watching on the computer and 9 here live. You guys should all be telling the birdie and sharing this so we can get people in the room for sure. Well, let me grab the live link on Video Meals. Let me do this.
Thank you. And we'll do the question thingy. How do I put that on the screen? There we go. So Jenny, Scrappy Girl, has a question for Sue. As a crafter, she wants to know, how should she be using her Instagram account? Should she be posting the same pictures that she does on her blog posts?
I don't recommend that. I recommend having Instagram be a unique experience to anyone so that people keep coming back for more. If you're a crafter, you absolutely have you're creative, and there's all different things that you can post. You can post your supplies. You can post the step-by-step process. You can post your studio. You can post the end results. You can post your products on the shelves or in your customers' hands. One of my accounts that was very active is my Creative Live account. It's called Instagal Live. And if you want to go follow some crafters, DIYers, and really understand ways to position yourself on Instagram, this is a great account to follow. And I'll drop this link. It's called Instagal Live. And what you need to do, Jenny, is just click in and follow the people that I'm following on that account. Those were people that I featured when I was on stage at Creative Live.
Excellent. So, and I know I'm going to let Dre jump in here with a couple questions, but one of the things that you talked about on Creative Live was sort of bringing all that stuff together. And one of the questions we get a lot is, you know, how many social platforms do I need to be on? Does it all need to be exclusive content on each platform? And how do I bring it all together? What's your suggestion for that, Sue?
Yeah, so I always say social media should not feel like work and something that you have to do. You should absolutely love it and understand that it's part of your marketing engine and it's what's going to drive sales and get people to know, like, and trust you. I am a visual learner and I love being on video now. So Periscope, I scope every day and I have over 10,000 followers that follow me there, which is amazing. And I recently embraced Snapchat in August, but really started using it strategically this last month. And I get over 200 to 300 people opening up every snap that I do.
That's awesome.
So my call to actions there have been working, and I know that they're working because people always come back to Instagram to comment. So I'm very intentional with everything that I do. And when I create, for example, these Snapchat stories that are continuous throughout my day, you can download your video, that 10-second video, portion of each part of the story, and you can upload it then to Twitter. I've been doing this. I've been taking portions when I hold up a book that I'm reading. I will then tweet it to the author. Or recently, when I'll show you, I did a Tori Johnson. Tori Johnson from Good Morning America. He was on my. I don't know where it is. She was on my this morning today when I did my sponsor. I featured her, and I created a video on Snapchat, and then I uploaded it to Twitter, and then it got retweeted. So I think people really need to understand about the connectivity among cross platforms. I call it cross pollination.
Yeah.
And I really think that if you don't think about it as work, but think about it, how can you get more out of your marketing efforts by cross-pollinating and by sharing content that makes sense, that's organic to that platform, you can have great success. So for me, it's scoping every day. It's being on Instagram every day. It's being on Snapchat. We absolutely have a Facebook strategy and a Twitter strategy as well. And we write blogs. So we have a lot of content, but that's what keeps us top of mind when people think about Instagram marketing.
Yep. And you're finding success with Snapchat, obviously. My kids won't let me go on there. They're like, you can have Facebook. We keep it Snapchat. Are you still finding good demographics with Snapchat outside the
Gary
teens?
Gary Vaynerchuk responded to 2 of my snaps. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm getting huge engagement from a lot of thought leaders. Joel Comm is on here. Kim Garst is now on here. And Ryan Fanzo, as you know, Sunny Lenarduzzi, Amy Schmittauer, Vincenzo Landino. I have Nathan Latka. I have great private conversations with people on Snapchat, and it's just much easier to get their attention. And it's fun. It's really fun. I love how creative you can be on it.
All right, I'm sold. I'm convinced. My kids are gonna have to deal with it. I'm coming on.
Kids are gonna attack.
Dre, what do you got? What's cooking on your side, Dre?
I wanted to ask you, Sue, I know you started. You are the Instagram lady, and that's where you started. Do you think that helped you to gain so much traction that now you kind of organically can build really great followings on these other things? But was that really a strategy of yours to focus on one platform when you really came out of the gate?
Like I said earlier, I like to focus on what I enjoy, and clearly when I get results from my efforts, that's positive reinforcement. And so for me, Instagram, I had a retail store on the Cape for 6 years that I closed at the end of the summer because Zimmerman Enterprise has just taken off so much, and I didn't close it because it wasn't successful. It was very successful, but my sales increased 40% from using Instagram, and that gave me a lot of credibility when I started speaking on stage all over the world and saying like how I became the Instagram expert. It's because like many of you listening, all the small business owners, I figured out what worked for me, and I knew that a lot of people needed to learn how to use Instagram. So that organically happened. And I also know from being a passionate entrepreneur who's had many businesses, I love marketing and I love selling. And I know that you've got to talk about what you're good at and doing it in a way that's somewhat humble, but somewhat out there in a big way. And then when you have success and other people talk about you, so you don't have to be talking about yourself as much, it's a beautiful thing. And that's happened very, very quickly for me in this online space in less than 3 years. And it happened because, as Lou knows, I know how to connect to the right people. I only attract positive energy. I don't have room for anybody that's negative in my life or anybody that's a jerk. I just block them, delete them, and move on with my life. And I know how to have fun doing what I love. And I think when you come from a place of passion and intentions, and my intentions is really to help as many people as I can help make more money, people are attracted to that. And now that I have the name is the Instagram expert, we are totally branching out in my business and have multiple revenue streams from other different projects that we have going on.
That's awesome. I've noticed that. That's cool. Very cool. Yeah. And very intentional. And I think that's one of the things I've learned from you is that you can't just kind of throw it up on the wall and see what sticks. You really have to, have intention and plan behind what you're posting. Kim's asking how many times a day we should post on Instagram.
Yeah, I get asked this question a lot. In fact, I got asked it on my Periscope today. It's you shouldn't feel like you have to do anything. It's what you want to do that makes sense for you and your business. The more you post anywhere, the more top of mind you stay, as long as you're giving value. So what does value look like on Instagram? It doesn't look like the last meal that you ate or the thing that your cat or your dog is doing, unless you're in the pet business. I want to see value, and value starts with a great photo, a North Star photo, I like to call it, and then it continues on in the description below that photo. And, and Lou and Andrea, I am not a great writer. I look at Instagram as a place to do micro blog posting, if you will. You get to use 2,200 characters in that description. And if you look at someone like National Geographic, I'll pull them up so everyone can follow them, NATO, I feel like I'm reading a magazine every day, and I love it. I learned something new. They're one of the accounts that I have notifications turned on because I want to learn from them.
Very cool.
So you're such a connector. What is probably your best relationship building tip as far as being able to connect with influencers and get attention in a not, me, super slimy, icky, gross way that we don't like?
Well, first of all, I'm just a shit ton of fun.
Nice.
I think I learned that word from you.
Yeah, I mean, I know. Okay, let's face it, you guys. I have been in business for a long time, okay? And I just know who the right people are to connect to and define right people. Right people are people that have high integrity and great, personal core ethic values. And I know how to connect with them authentically, which is not by selling. It's by building relationships. It's by engaging in their content. It's by sharing their content with people that know me. I am really great connecting. People come to me all the time to say, do you know the person that does X? And chances are I know that person because I take the time to meet those people. I also take the time to invest in attending conferences where not only I speak at, but where I like to go and learn at. And I've been on stage 3 times at Creative Live, and people don't say no to me when I ask them if they want to do something, because they know that I will promote the shit out of what they do. Because if someone's great at something, I want other people to know who that person is. And I do the same thing on Instagram. And to do it authentically just simply means that you should be doing it with no ulterior motives, that you should be doing it because you know that your followers, your audience, your community, your tribe needs to meet this person because they're just so awesome. And that's my Subi secret. How's that for a secret?
Subi secret. Very cool. Yeah, I got to say, one of the times, last time I saw Sue in person, I think was at that Maury Smith event in Boston.
Oh, yeah.
And what a crazy dinner and that amazing group of people. I'm like, how the hell did you get those people together? But we just had a really cool group of folks hanging out after Maury's event, and that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, here's something, no matter where I travel, whether it's Barcelona or Las Vegas or Chicago, I always make time on the front end or the back end of my travel to stay an extra day so that I can do either a workshop or a meetup or get together with a client and really meet and invest in being with people in person. And that's one of the reasons that Blab is so awesome, is because people, you guys all feel like you're in the room with us, right?
Right.
And that makes it really special.
So how are you using Blab a lot as well, both as a guest and a host? To
be honest with you, I was hosting a lot. I started on it. I like it. Michael Stelzner had me on, and then I interviewed Michael Port. I interviewed Allie Webb, the founder of The Dry Bar, my favorite Instagram account. I interviewed Camping with Dogs, another favorite Instagram account. And then I realized, honestly, it seems to me and the SBZ team that most people that are here are the marketers. Yeah. And so it's not a place where I am doing interviews anymore because I have insane success on Scope. I get 600 people watching me
Wow.
on my press broadcast. And right now, you know, we've got 40 people here. Everyone that's here should absolutely be tweeting it and posting it on Facebook. I always like to say, don't be a lurker and just consume content. Get out there and share this broadcast, because I think it's important when people, you know, go through the effort to put on an event on Blab, that if you're here consuming it, it's a great place to actually share. And I like seeing, some of the familiar faces that are here.
Awesome. Well, share, folks. And if you have any questions before Sue has to jump off for Instagram branding, I know you're using, as far as branding on Instagram, is there anything that we should be definitely doing, like best practices?
Yeah, great question, Lou. One of the things that I notice a lot of people do, and they don't do it with intentions, or they don't do it with much thought, is, you know, everyone knows that quotes get a lot of engagement no matter what platform you're on, whether it's Pinterest or Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. And I love inspirational quotes. And typically every Monday on hashtag Motivational Monday, I post a quote, but it aligns with my business values and my brand. It's not some random quote that I know is going to get a lot of likes and engagement. And I do it in a way that's consistently branded throughout my Instagram feed, so that when you land on my account, you feel that consistency. It's kind of like, I'm going to show you. It's kind of like, and this is another proud moment for Sue B. It's kind of like when you're on the cover, when you're in a magazine. Cool. Yeah, this was a great magazine. It was Sue B right next to Oprah and Vogue. Just saying. You can get this at Barnes & Noble. And it's like the feeling that you get when you flip through a magazine is really, you know, and here's the article. It was pretty awesome. It's really that feeling that you want on Instagram. Like, what's the vibe? And if your quotes are like all over the friggin' map and they look different every time you post them, that's not intentional, and that's not setting yourself up for success. So that would be my number one pet peeve. And for all of you that put quotes on Instagram, if it doesn't match up to your business or your brand, don't post it just for the sake of posting a quote.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because and Dre's always getting on me about that on the branding stuff, because sometimes I'll just do random shit that doesn't really fit the brand. But but I have a very
create a template. I mean, that's what you need to do for Instagram, is create a template and, you know, have the hashtag at the bottom if it's for Motivational Monday, and then swap the text out and done. It doesn't mean that this has to take you more time.
Yeah, and you need to be careful with that too, because if you post too much of something that looks like it's from Canva or Relay on Instagram, that's not organic to the platform. That's more organic to Pinterest. You want it to be on point with your branding, but you don't want it to look repetitious every single time. So if you're going to do that, you might want to switch out the type style a little bit and not have it look the same every time. I really think I go through iterations of changes every 3 months or so with my posting strategy, because I never want to appear like anyone else and do what anyone else is doing, so I stand out. Because let's face it, you guys, there's now 400 million active users on Instagram, and it's going to be 1 billion in 3 years. So it gets, you know, the competition gets greater and greater every day. So if you want to get someone's attention, you have to stand out in some creative way.
So good Jenny's point. Asking, just on top of the question she asked before on, you know, should you be posting your blog images? So for instance, she's saying, so maybe posting, you know, behind the scenes of her actual retreats and that sort of thing. Is that more in line of what you're talking about? That should be different content that's actually going on the blog?
Yeah, Jenny, I'm actually putting my cell phone here so you can text me. There's a lot that I can't really teach right here on this Blab, and there's no right or wrong way. I've got to look at your account. I need to go in there, tag me on Instagram. I need to look at the quality of your photos. I need to look at the content that you're posting, and then I can give you the best advice. And I invite you just to do that so I can help you.
Cool. Very nice of you. Awesome. Well, we're going to wrap up in just a minute or so. So any last minute questions for Sue or Dre? Do you have anything else you missed that you want to ask?
No.
I also want to say, well, we have to do our usual, plug-ola portion. So tell folks where they can find you, how they can work with you, what you're up to, all that good stuff. So.
Yeah, so I am Sue B. Zimmerman everywhere. And if you head on over to my website, you can all grab my free Instagram strategy guide. This is something that people frequently tell us they would actually pay for. It's, I think, 12 pages of awesome content. So if you're a little challenged and not quite sure where to start, that is a good place. We also have an awesome YouTube channel, which has over 5,600 subscribers and growing. I'm really proud of this.
Congrats.
In a year-ish, I really embraced YouTube as a platform that's just converting very nicely. And we have an Instagram for business playlist that is free for all of you guys to go consume my videos. And I always say this, you guys, I'm going to say it again. If you watch any of my videos, leave a comment that you came over from this blab, badass branding blab, so I know that you watched it from me saying, come on over. And then lastly, for free, I have an Instagram results. I'll put it right here in the chat for everybody.
Okay, thanks.
Instagram results, Facebook group that is free. There's almost 5,000 people in this group. And if you want to continue to learn Instagram, this is where you go. And I'm going to give one more call to action because I'm the kind of person who gives a shit ton of call to actions.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, so everyone can click this link and request to join for free. And then lastly, where I want to take each and every one of you, and I challenge you guys to help me out here. We at the SBZ team are almost at our goal. We're 51 people away from reaching 10,000 likes on my business page. So if you guys can just click that link, give us a like, and invite your friends to like our page. It's where I share Instagram tips, tools, strategies, and updated news every single day. And it's a great Facebook page if you want to stay current on Instagram.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Sue. It's always great to see you in real life or virtually. So we appreciate it. Dre, any closing thoughts?
Nope, just thanks a ton for all the good shit, the good Insta and web stuff.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Sue.
Where are you located?
All right, Jamie.
Now, Andrea?
I'm in the Bay Area, Los Gatos.
Where?
Bay Area, Los Gatos.
Oh, are you going to be at Social Media Marketing World?
No.
Oh, come on. We gotta get Dre out more.
Live event kind of girl.
Oh, are you going to be there?
I'm not sure. I'll be in LA next week, so I have to figure out where it is, where I am.
I actually have 2 speaking engagements this year, like last year. I'm running a brand panel, and I'm talking about how to use Instagram direct messages for your business. It's going to be great.
Okay, cool. Well, if you go back to Creative Live for a 4th time, that's where I met Dre.
Not happening.
Dre came to my Creative Live.
I know, that's how we met.
Oh my gosh, the SBZ team said, Emoji Girl X, no more Creative Live courses, Sue, because it is a ton of work. And
it is a huge amount of work.
And, you know, we've reaped the benefits of that. My last course was really awesome. And actually, it's live right now. People are watching it. It's live right now. Get Social with Sue B. I'll put that link here if anyone wants to check that out. That's a good one, too. I enjoyed doing that course. And that was your course a 2-day course?
3.
Yeah. Two of mine was 3 days, and this one was 2. And it is there. This is being broadcast right now for free. You guys want to watch me for the next 30 seconds?
Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Yeah. 3 days is brutal, but
yeah.
Awesome.
All right, I gotta walk the dog now. Great.
All right.
Thanks,
Sue. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Dre. We'll catch you next time. Bye for now.